Nyam Nyam brings you 4 spooky cake popsicle ideas, turning your regular cake popsicles into spooky ones. All you need is some melted white chocolate and some food colouring, a few drops of that. We're going to use a variety of colours here to keep things interesting. So we've got orange, green, yellow and grey. We're going to pour those one by one into our popsicle moulds, filling them half away. Then we're going to swish it around to make sure we coat the sides. That's going to go and chill for 1 hour. Meanwhile, get 300 grams of mashed chocolate cake and 150 grams of cream cheese. Whisk them together in a mixing bowl. That was easy, wasn't it? Now, using a spatula, we're just going to mash it to make it stick together, forming a sort of dough, and start spooning it in on top of our set white chocolate moulds. Flattening it down to make sure we fill our mould evenly and putting our popsicle stick in there. And pouring the remainder of our melted white chocolate on top. Now you want to keep your white chocolate melted, so you want to just keep it on some heat, perhaps a pan above some steam. Chill those for 1 hour, and there you have it. They're ready to decorate. Just pop them out, one by one, careful not to break them, turn them over, and ready to put your fondant decorations on. We'll do a Frankenstein, a mummy with some beady red eyes, a yellow ghost, and a pumpkin. So easy to make, so effective, and the kids will love them. The little kids, and the big kids too. Happy Halloween! This Halloween Nyam Nyam is going to show you how to turn your regular donuts into spooky ones. All you need is some white chocolate melted and some food colouring. We're using purple, green and orange. Next you get some dark chocolate buttons and melt those too. Now let's get our ready-made donuts out of the box. And time to excite them up a bit. Placing them over a baking tray, we're going to pour some melted white purple coloured chocolate over the first one. That's a ring donut. Green, dark chocolate over one of them. And white chocolate orange colour over a jam-filled donut. You can choose different types of donut to make it interesting. You can even do chocolate-filled, cream-filled, custard-filled. Take your pick. And of course, there's no harm in just eating the white chocolate leftovers. Chill that for 1 hour. And now we're going to decorate with some fondant icing. We got some brown triangles for the eyes and the nose, and a brown mouth, and a few green leaves and a stalk on top. Let's add a bit more decoration with our melted white chocolate orange colour through a food piping bag. We're just framing our face. There you have it, a pumpkin for our green donut. We're going to make this one into Frankenstein with a brown fondant hairline. Some pretend nails in there, some melted dark chocolate for the eyes. And let's not forget the mouth. So you can use the same melted chocolate through food piping bags to decorate your donuts. Very, very easy to do. Let's add a few cuts here and there. And there you have it, sewn together Frankenstein. For our chocolate donut, we're going to add some white fondant icing and bandage it up a bit. This would be excellent fun for the kids. So if you've got some kids hanging around, I definitely recommend getting them involved in mummifying the donut. Don't forget the eyes. Now we're going to make a Dracula donut with some chocolate fondant for the hairline and the cape and a cute little face. Don't forget the white fangs. And there you have it. Halloween donuts. Better bite them before they bite you. Wahaha! Too evil to eat. Well, maybe just a bite or two. Nyam Nyam brings to you an amazing way to turn your regular Oreo cookies into frightfully fun and kid-friendly Halloween party food. These are super cute, yummy, and fun to make, featuring spiderwebs, ghosts, and monsters. All you need is some Oreos, melted white chocolate, chocolate biscuits, icing, colourful candies, and fondant. So, let's get started. All you need is some melted white chocolate and an Oreo cookie. Stick in a straw, and you're going to cut up some chocolate finger biscuits. Going to cut 8 of them to equal size. And then using some black writing icing, we're going to stick those on to the sides of our Oreo cookie. Did you guess what it is yet? Add some googly eyes. And you have a spider. Next, we're going to melt some red, yellow, and pink candy melts. Stick in your Oreo cookie to cover it. Put on some eyes, and use black writing icing for the mouth, nuts for the teeth, and some green chocolate for the stem. Next, get some white candy melts. Open up your Oreo cookie, insert a candy pop stick, using the candy melt as a sort of glue, and then cover your Oreo cookie. While that's setting, we're going to roll out some fondant icing and cut it into strips. What could this be then? Stick on some eyes to your set lolly and stick on your white fondant icing as bandages. And there you have a mummy. There you go. Fantastically frightful Oreo cookie pops. Nyam Nyam brings to you a step-by-step process to make scary-looking Halloween cupcake toppers. Colourful buttercream, cupcakes, pretzel, chocolate and cookie crumbles are all we need to decorate these. So, let's get started. All you need is orange buttercream icing. Cover your cupcake with that generously and dip it in orange sprinkles. Lovely. Now we're going to make some indents around the edge. And using green fondant, we're going to make the stem of our pumpkin. A little bit more coming out of the sides there. Lovely. Now we're going to melt some white candy and dip some pretzels in it. Using chocolate buttercream icing this time to cover our cupcake. Dipping that in orange sprinkles. Using black icing to paint a face on a marshmallow. Now we're going to slice some of our pretzels in half because we're going to make a skeleton. Put a stick in the centre of your cupcake, layer the candy-covered pretzels and marshmallows, alternating between the two, making a skeleton with a marshmallow face. And don't forget the arms. Spooky. Next, we're going to use green buttercream icing, piping that onto our cupcake and cutting out a mouth shape from your strawberry. Fill it with melted chocolate. Using a stick, put some melted white chocolate teeth on it. Adding some chocolate sprinkles to your green buttercream icing, stick your strawberry monster face on top. And there you have it, 3 perfectly spooky cupcake toppers. Thinking about what to make for your honey bunny? How about a honey cupcake? Brilliant! All you need is some melted white chocolate and then add in a few drops of food colouring. Mix it all up, and what we're going to do is spread this out over some bubble wrap. Yes, you heard right. Bubble wrap has other uses, you know, other than therapeutic ones. We're going to spread it out and then let it chill and set in the fridge. The great thing is, once this has set, you're going to get this gorgeous kind of honeycomb effect. Turn it over, gently and carefully peel off the bubble wrap, and then we're going to just start chopping it up into our long triangles, or any shape you desire, really. We are going to decorate our cupcake with these. Get your basic cupcake first, and then pipe some buttercream icing on top. Stick in your honeycomb white chocolate decoration. And a few fondant flowers. And why not a honeybee? Fondant icing is great for making these cute little animals and decorations. And a little drizzle of honey for a finishing touch. And there you have it. It is so cute. I think this would be absolutely delightful. I could even go so far as to say it is beautiful. Why not inject a little bit of colour into your life with this fantastic rainbow cake? Ooh, look at that. Very easy to make. You just need a little bit of patience and lots of food colouring. Start starting with our basic vanilla cake and then layering it up with buttercream icing. You'll have to get several cakes here and colour each one with different food colouring. Slice them up and you could layer them as you like with whatever colours you like, with buttercream icing in between each layer. We're using plain white buttercream icing because it looks great between the bright coloured layers. Piping it on with ease. Use your favourite colours, alternate 2 colours if you like. We're going for a different colour for each layer because it looks amazing. A little bit more effort required, but it really does look good. So we're now piping on more buttercream icing to cover the entire outside of the cake, smoothing it over. You can use a spinning plate if you want to make it easier to do that. Also smoothing out the top area. Ready to decorate. Use a round cookie cutter to make an indent of a circle. And then, using food piping bags, we're going to just pipe on buttercream icing of varying colours over half of that circle to make a rainbow. Using that indent made with a cookie cutter just helps you to keep a nice, neat semicircle shape, but you don't have to use it. It also helps you to mark out where you want to put your rainbows. And what do we find at the end of our rainbows? Marshmallows, of course! And if you don't want marshmallows, you could use other things. You could use jelly beans, Smarties, take your pick. And then for finishing touches, some buttercream icing on top. Rainbow buttercream icing splodged on top with a pile of marshmallows in the middle. Slice it up and there you have it. An absolutely perfect rainbow cake. Delicious. Nyam Nyam brings to you a delicious and magical rainbow lava cake just for you to make at home for your favourite person in the house. The inside of this molten cake is filled with bright, beautiful colours that erupt when you dig in. All you need is some coloured candy melts, butter, white chocolate, eggs, sugar, vanilla extract, flour and whipped cream. So, let's get started. All you need is some coloured candy melts. Melt those in 3 separate bowls, get a plastic sheet and then just drizzle them on one at a time with a spoon, creating a gorgeous, colourful rainbow effect. This is going to decorate your cake later. Put that aside. Meanwhile, get 1/3 cup of butter, mix that with 6 ounces of white chocolate, melt that in a jug and mix 1 egg white with 4 egg yolks in a separate mixing bowl. Once that's all been mixed together, you can add 1/4 cup of sugar and whisk it again. Now we're going to spoon in our melted butter and white chocolate mixture and a little dash of vanilla extract and 1/4 cup of flour. Once that's ready to go, we're going to spoon it into 3 separate bowls ready to colour for our rainbow cake. You can use any colours you like. What are your favourite colours? We're using red. Then we're going to use green. Finally, we're going to use some yellow food colouring, perfect to brighten up any special occasion. Stick a bit of baking paper in the bottom of a buttered oven-proof bowl and start to pour in your coloured mixtures, one at a time, side by side. Beautiful, then we're going to layer it, pouring different colours on top of different colours to make a gorgeous rainbow effect. You can use as many colours as you like. Now stick that in the oven at 200 degrees for just 11 to 12 minutes. It's super fast. Once it's ready, turn it upside down on a plate. Remove the baking paper and splodge some gorgeous whipped cream on top. As much as you like of that. Your candy melts are ready. Crack it in half and stick it on top for a finishing touch. Slice away and look at that. Gorgeous. You can now make cookies as amazing as the ones in a store. These yummy rainbow cookies are perfect for Valentine's Day treats. With an amazing rainbow heart interior, these cookies are sure to surprise everyone. Ingredients are so simple. All you need is some cookie dough and food colouring, and then just follow the simple steps in our video. So, let's get started. First up, just get 500 grams of cookie dough, slice it up into 6 pieces. Now we're going to colour each one with different food colouring, starting with yellow. then orange. You could just swipe it on with a knife, then red, and green, using your hands to mix it in each time. Purple next, and then blue, or whichever colours you prefer. Now we've got our cookie doughs ready. Cover in cling film and roll it out with a rolling pin in between two magazines to keep two straight sides. Do that with each of your cookie doughs. Then using water as glue, you can start to layer them one on top of the other, in whichever order you like. Slicing off the ends and the sides. Now we can use our heart cookie cutter to size up our segments and slice them up. Turn them on their sides and time to cut your heart shape out. Piling them one on top of the other using water as glue again. Now put that in some cling film and chill. Now we're going to get some plain cookie dough, rolling it into very thin sausage shapes. We're going to just wrap those around the outside of our heart. Wrap it back in cling film again, and then with your hands, roll it until it all blends together and you can't see the rainbow anymore. Now we're going to roll that in sprinkles. And slice it up into our cookies. Bake those at 170 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. And there you have it, gorgeous rainbow heart cookies. Nyam Nyam brings to you super quick and easy unicorn food hacks. If you want savoury, we've got unicorn pasta. If you want something for a movie, we've got unicorn popcorn. If you want something super sweet, we've got unicorn pancakes. So, let's get started. Hack number 1, unicorn pasta. First of all, you just cook your pasta like you normally do in boiling water. Once it's ready, stick 2 tablespoons of water in a Ziploc bag and add some cooked pasta to that. Next, add in your food colouring. We're starting with blue. Squish it around a bit, careful not to break up the pasta, making sure you colour each piece of spaghetti or whichever type of pasta you've used. Then you just put it all together. Hack number 2, unicorn popcorn. Spread it out on a baking tray, then melt some white chocolate and add some food dye to the white chocolate, making your beautiful array of colours. Then you just drizzle that over your popcorn using a spoon. Add some marshmallows, some candy, whatever you fancy. You can snip up some jellies if you like. Now refrigerate that for 1 hour. And voila! It's ready to go. Hack number 3, unicorn pancakes. Add 200 grams of self-raising flour, 2 teaspoons of caster sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder to a bowl. Mix them up with 300 millilitres of milk and 25 millilitres of oil. Don't forget your eggs, 3 of those. Whisk it all up together. You got your pancake mixture, super easy. Spoon it into several bowls, as many as you like really, adding your different food colourings. We're using blue and yellow, and let's add some pink. Then we just cook those on a low heat in our frying pan, turning them over part way, making mini pancakes we are, and layer them like so. Let's add some buttercream frosting for a finishing touch. Beautiful pattern using serrated edge nozzles, some popcorn and marshmallows for the topping, some jelly beans for some colour, and there you have it. If you're looking for something special to bake this Easter, then we have the perfect recipe for you. It's an egg cake, yes that's right, and it uses loads of eggs and other basic ingredients like sugar, flour, food colouring, buttercream icing and fondant icing. So, let's get started. First of all, add 450 grams of butter to a mixing bowl and whisk away till nice and fluffy. We're going to add 8 eggs into that mixture. Yes, that's right, 8 eggs and 450 grams of caster sugar. Sift in 450 grams of self-raising flour and whisk it all together. We're going to add some food dye to that, making it blue. Next, we're going to grease our cake tins using 2 circular cake tins and 1 dome-shaped. We're going to put in our mixture, splitting it equally between the 3 tins. Then we bake those for 20 to 25 minutes at 175 degrees. We let them cool once they're ready and slice off the top, putting buttercream frosting in between each layer. And the dome shape goes on top. Next, with a cookie cutter, we're going to cut out a small segment from the inside and fill it with candies. Then put the lid back on, tidy it up around the edges, and coat the whole cake in buttercream frosting. Next, we get some fondant icing and roll it out nice and thin, and that goes over our entire cake. Cut off the excess and you're left with a perfect looking egg shape. Next, we're going to decorate. So we're going to get some green buttercream frosting, cut out tiny little circles. Then we're going to cut some blue stars. And last but not least, we're going to make a ribbon to wrap around our gorgeous egg. First, we make a long piece and then we're going to cut out pieces to make the bow. Folding those over, sticking them together and putting our piece in the middle of them. Right, ready to decorate, put the ribbon around and then use water to stick on your bow. Add on the falling ribbon pieces and then stick on your stars and circles. We can decorate around the outside as well if you want, using buttercream icing in different colours to create some grass and flowers. And there you have it, a gorgeous egg cake with a surprise inside. Ooh, lovely.